Hi, this is Gary Warsillo from Warsillo Greenhouses in New York Mills with another mum video. This originally I was going to have 3 mum videos, the planting one and then 2 for preparation for winter. That really isn't necessary. It would have been a rather short middle video just showing you the cutting back process, and I decided to combine the 2 into one, cutting back and winter preparation. You can see our mum that was so beautiful a month or so ago. It's November 25th now. The ground isn't frozen, but it will be shortly. The foliage is pretty much dead. There is a little foliage close to the ground that's still showing some green, but essentially it's contributed as much as it will to the growing of the root system this year. So the first thing I'm going to do is trim it back. And you can use anything. These happen to be hedge clippers. You can use scissors. Doesn't really matter. As I trim some of this away, you can see a little bit of that green is still there. That wouldn't be the case if it was an indoor mum. But being a hardy mum, they are a little more resistant to the cold weather. There. We've left about probably 8 inches of growth on the top of the root mass, and what that'll do, it'll help anchor the straw that I'm going to use to mulch this with, so that it doesn't blow away in the winter time. Ordinarily, you'd say being under an overhang, this would be a problem location, and it would be if there wasn't a gutter here. The problem would be the water coming off the roof, saturating the soil, and frost moving through it much quicker than it would in a normal soil situation. But here we're removing the moisture off the roof with a gutter system, and therefore it's not going to be a problem. I've got some straw that I'm going to use. If you don't have straw, you can use dry leaves. Either one is good. I like the straw a little bit better. It seems to maintain some air pockets, which act as insulation better than the leaves, but either will do. Make sure you fluff it up really good. The more airspace you create, the better. And you really can't hurt it by putting too much insulation material, so feel free. Now, that's probably almost 2 foot high. So I've got a nice mass. I can feel the top of the plant stems there, but there's a good mass over the top. Now I could water this in, which will certainly work, but I've prepared a little piece of wire place over the top to help anchor this in place. That'll keep the straw from blowing away until it gets wet with the rain and the snow. And these are just landscape spikes. Little pieces of wire to anchor the wire to the stake. that's it. Winter preparation for our mum. The next time we'll look at this is probably in March, when the ground begins to thaw a little bit. We'll remove some of this because we don't want shoots to be developing through the mulch. We want this just to protect the root systems for the winter time. Once it starts getting warm and I start to see outdoor bulbs starting to poke out of the ground, then I know it's time to take this off, and there won't be any threat of freezing the roots anymore, and it'll allow those new shoots to develop right from the soil level so they don't get long and leggy but having to pass through the straw. So that's it for this year. This is our last video for a while. We are closed for the season, but be anxious to show you the next one when this comes up in the spring. Have a nice holiday season, and we'll see you in the spring.